Running does make us tighter in the hips, and most runners never work to undo that tightness, which is why we start our Wednesday mobility session with 3 key movements to fix that. 60 seconds in a couch stretch to lengthen the front of the hip, 60 seconds in a pigeon stretch, lengthening the outer hip, and 10 reps with a 5-second hold on each rep in the elephant walk to lengthen the back of the knee, the hamstring, and the back of the hip. And we found regressions for each movement so anyone can join and start making progress in the first 8 weeks of Unlock. By moving your knee further from the wall to make it easier in the couch stretch, still squeezing your glute to lock in the stretch, and having your hips further from the wall on the pigeon stretch, still pushing your ankle into your knee to contract the outer glute. Plus, on the elephant walks, you can just raise your hands higher to find an easier level so there's less tension and you can start regaining mobility. The goal is to find your level for each exercise so you can start making progress at a level that doesn't give you pain or discomfort. From just those first 8 weeks, you're already starting to undo the tightness that you built up in the hips and reverse the damage that you've taken through the hips so you get a less limited and more free running stride. Because once you've gained the ability to stay fully active in these stretched positions, then you're not just getting flexible, but you're building mobility that's actually gonna last. But our journey doesn't stop there, because here's the real problem. Up to 80% of runners already have tight hips, and it's one of the leading causes of why runners have to stop running in the end. Because the tighter that your hips get, the more limited your running stride is gonna be. And the more limited you are, the more pain and imbalances you're gonna build up through the rest of your body as well. So what may start as just having tight hips can easily spiral into having full body dysfunction. And that's why the mobility that we built is only half the solution. Because as you gain new mobility, you have to match that with new strength, or else you'll just tighten back up. Because when your body gets tight, most people think they need to stretch it out. But that tightness is literally a protective mechanism due to weakness. So in Unlock, we also build strength evenly between all 4 sides of the hip. On Tuesdays and Fridays, we train both abductor raises to reverse the damage that we have in our outer hip. And we match that ability with building strength on the inside of the hip with adductor raises as well. 10 reps on each with a 5-second top hold on each rep. Because without a solid foundation of strength on both sides of the hip, you can end up getting IT band issues down the side easily. You can get knee caving when you run due to instability, or you just generally build imbalances that make your running stride feel super awkward. And on Mondays and Thursdays, we evenly build strength between the front and back as well. We're starting with L-sit reps, 10 reps with a 5-second hold on each rep for the hip flexor strength at the front, plus our single leg kickbacks to match that strength through the back. Again, 10 reps with a 5-second top hold on each rep. Because the stronger that we get through the front of the hip, the easier it's gonna be to pick up our leg, and the easier it's gonna be to drive forwards when running. And equally, the stronger we get through the back, the more we're gonna be able to extend backwards when running and push off. So our route doesn't just help you undo tightness that builds up from running temporarily, but it gives you a long-term solution to keep that mobility for life, because we're building the strength in the same areas to support it. Because with every new inch of mobility that you gain, we match with a new level of strength. And keep in mind that this is all just in the first 8 weeks of Unlock. After that, in Rebuild, we stack even more layers of protection with our outer hip drop set, 30 seconds in each position of the set. Doing the same with our inner hip drop set, again, 30 seconds in each position. Then we enter the final 8 weeks of targets, where we're building up measurable and clear strength goals for our hip, getting strong in fully stretched positions so we can build up and maintain a running stride that isn't limited by our hips and instead is stronger because of them. And through the entire program, we're not just strengthening our hips, but we're building up strength and mobility in the surrounding areas as well, so you're never held back by any hidden imbalances. Because our route isn't about temporarily loosening up the hips, it's about creating hips that never get tight in the first place because you have the right foundations. And we've seen that once you get to those targets and you build those foundations, then you're set up for a life of being able to run late into your life without any limitations, without any pain, and without having to deal with the issues that most people do.